Togethia TV.
Croft for round 2, where the club cars are just out for their first practice now. But with the weather being so changeable, anything can happen, but we can't wait to find out. Didn't quite end where you hoped to be. Tell us a little bit about what happened then.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. Came down the hill section into Mansfield, the left-hander, put the power on, and the back end of the car came out, snap oversteer, and drove into a 50-foot grass bank. So quite a heavy impact. Probably left the track at maybe 80 mile an hour.
I have to say, when we saw the photos, we couldn't quite believe that you just walked away completely fine from that. It was scary.
Well, I use the best safety kit, use a hands device and such like, so it's paid for itself as far as I'm concerned.
Round 2 now, so put all that behind us. How are you feeling? What are your expectations for today?
A little bit nervous about getting straight back behind the wheel, so like, you know, get straight back on the bike kind of thing. Car's passed its test, so fingers crossed we'll have a better day than Cadwell.
Time Attack on a regular basis. We'll know that Maz is our commentator and also is there at the prize givings. Do you want to just tell us a bit about how you got into Time Attack?
Yeah, well, I was just essentially an enthusiast. Ended up meeting up with the organiser of the events who asked me to come and do things. I was originally involved with some other disciplines like drifting and other, well, mainly Japanese car-based stuff. So Time Attack was a natural progression. Off the back of that, I met my current employer. I work for HKS, who are one of the series sponsors for this year as well. So I'm trying to wear about 3 hats at a time at the moment when I come to these events.
And who are your favourite cars in the series? You're up there, you see everything that's going on.
Well, to be honest, it's hard to have a favourite because as a commentator you need to try and stay neutral and be excited about whatever the results are going on. When I put my normal work hat on, of course, all the guys running all of our HKS parts, especially some of the oils that we're backing some of our drivers with, hopefully we'll get some good results for those guys too.
And you're taking on a bit of a new role as well for the next few rounds.
Yeah, it seems like I'll be talking to a few of the drivers, maybe try and give you a slightly different viewpoint from maybe a more technical side, hopefully, so we can deliver a bit more information from there. We're here with Simon Scotham, who's in the Elise Parts Exige. Simon, we all heard a little bit of bad news not so long ago that made it look like a bit of a struggle for you to even be here today. But the car is in one piece. It looks like it's running fairly well so far. Just tell us about your efforts in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we went out on Friday for a test day at Snetterton just to try and get a head round some of the new parts we fitted from last year. And second warm-up lap we managed to set fire to the car. Fortunately didn't get burnt completely out. The marshals got it out within about a minute, and we basically spent the entire week leaning on everybody we can to get the panel work redone, all the melted components changed, and really a mad flap to get here for this weekend.
Well, it looks like at least you still have your eyebrows, and the car is at least looking really well. One of the most dramatic things I've noticed is a massive difference in the car from what we saw from you guys last year.
Yeah, I mean, last year Jamie ran it in Club Pro, just as a supercharged standard Honda K20. It was doing around 350 horsepower. This year we wanted to go into the Pro class to compete with the big boys, so we obviously needed more straight line speed. So this year we fitted a honking great turbo on top of the supercharger in a compound setup, and also now we can move on to slicks. We've had some new slicks developed for the car, and a few other little parts. We're now running 4-way experimental dampers from Quantum and stuff like that. Hopefully this weekend, if we can get through today without any dramas, we'll soon find out.
So step one will be crossing the finish line, and then we'll look at the timesheets after.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right order to go at.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
Round 2 at Croft has ended up being a beautiful one with lots of new faces on the podium. And we can't wait for round 3 at Snetterton, where we'll be catching up with Kiwi Mad Mike and Frederick Asbo. See you there.
Read it, see it, live it. Only on Togethia TV.